Support and resistance. These are the two most essential concepts when it comes to trading. And once you master them, making money becomes easy. But most traders have no idea how to interpret them or use them to their own advantage. In this video, I'm going to simplify support and resistance, show you exactly what to look for, and how to identify the strongest areas. The ones that give me trades like these. So support is where buyers hold price up, and resistance is when sellers push price down. It is literally as simple as the name suggests. Now, why are these areas so important? Because these are the points where you get impulsive moves. Because if you enter a trade at a valid support level, you're entering with all the force of the buyers coming into the market, which pushes price to your take profit faster. Now, this is what we call our area of interest. If you're looking to buy, your support level is your area of interest, and if you're looking to sell, your resistance is your area of interest. Crucially, you must use them correctly. Think of resistance as a roof, because you don't jump into a roof, and think of support as a shallow pool, because you can jump up from it, but you can't dive into it. You must trade with the intended direction of the support and resistance zone. Not all support and resistance zones are created equal. They fall into two categories. The first one being a weak area of interest. This would be an area that has under 3 rejections or taps. Avoid these because they're not strong and they aren't really that valid. And then we have a strong area of interest that has 3 or more rejections. The more taps, the more rejections, the stronger that area is. The rule is simple. 3 touches or more make a support and resistance level valid. This is what most people miss. The more taps, the better. If you look at this chart and count the rejections, you guys can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rejections. The great thing is that price counts when it taps above the area and below the area. As you guys can see, we have multiple support and resistance. We have support right here, support right here, support right here, support right here. But as you guys can see, we have 2 resistance taps right here. As you guys can see, the more taps that we have, the stronger the area is going to be. And whenever price is above the area, we want price to come back and buy. But when we are under the area, we want price to come back and sell. So when price is above the area of interest, we're looking for buys. When price is below, we're looking for sells. Now, one of the most powerful concepts that I use very often is what I like to call the break and retest. It's when price breaks through, because as you guys can see, we're above the area of interest. When price breaks through an area of interest and then comes back and uses it as resistance. So now what was used as support before, we didn't now come back to the area and we use it as resistance. So a support level, a resistance level, they can be used both ways. Say a seller is coming in, we're looking for sales, and we hit a resistance level, but the sellers don't come into the market, and then we break through that level. Now we're looking for a retracement back into that level again to then be looking for buys. So we broke the area, now we're coming back to retest it, and then now we sell. And now what time frames do I look for these areas of interest or these support and resistance level? The daily time frame. I would always use the daily time frame for all these levels because it's a lot stronger. The higher time frames you are, the more respected the price will be. So if I have 5 taps on the daily and I'll have 5 taps on the 4 hour, 1 hour, etc., price is going to respect that area a lot more on the daily. And as you guys can see, we can find multiple of these support and resistance levels. Like we have this support tap right here. Support, support. We have 3, so this would be a valid. It wouldn't say a strong area of interest, but this is a valid area of interest. And the daily is more respected because simply it just takes longer to form. Now finally, your job is to see clarity. Now if you guys look at this area, it looks messy, right? And you don't know how to find any rejections in this area. But if I simply pull this box right here and this box right here, now you guys see a whole bunch of clean support and resistance taps right here in these areas. You guys see all these supports, resistance, resistance, resistance. All you need is a little bit more clarity and a trained eye, and just practice and practice. You will be able to find these zones that easily. So I'm gonna break it down to you guys a little bit more. So as you guys can see, this market is obviously an uptrend, correct? And if you guys look closely, we have a support area right here that has 1, 2, and 3 taps. So to be looking for buys, we want price to come back like it did these past 3 times, come back, tap into this area, and then go up. And then the same thing goes for resistance. We want price to come, tap into this area, and then go down like it's done the past 3 times. We want price to come in and then sell. This is when, as you guys can see, this is when sellers come into the market. So we reached this area, sellers came into the market, and we sold. We reached this area, buyers come into the market, then we buy. And then like that break and retest pattern. We broke above, sellers did not come, we did not reject this area, Then we come back, and then now buyers are coming into the market. So as you guys can see, this is a valid area of interest because it has 3 taps, and then this is a strong area of interest because it has 6 taps. Now you can use both of them, but if I had to choose and I had 2 areas of interest close to each other, I would choose the strongest one. The strongest one would be this one because it has 6 taps. So price came into this first area. It is a valid area of interest, but it is not a strong area of interest. So price did not respect it that well. We had a little bit of rejection, but then price went to our stronger area of interest, had a shift, 4-hour shift of structure right here, came back and we're retesting it, so more rejection. So then this is when we would be looking to get our entry signal back up here. Now we're just gonna find areas of interest. So in this market, we're just gonna go through them and I'm gonna find an area of interest. So we have one tap. I see we have a rejection little elbow right here. We have one right here. We have one right here. They're all pretty close to each other. So I would draw something like this. A nice precise area of interest. And you don't want your area of interest to be more than 60 pips. As you guys can see, this one is 57. You want it to be fairly small and fairly tight. You don't want it more than 60 pips. And if I go down to this market, I see we have 1, 2, 3. Okay. This would be valid right here. A nice valid area of interest. With one tap right here, one tap right here, one tap. So 3 resistance taps right here. So this is the valid area of interest. Could probably find a couple more. Let's see. Have this one right here. 1, 2, 3. We have this one right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a strong one. And we have this one right here. 1, 2, 3. We go down to another market as well. This one's a little choppy. We have an area of interest right here. 1, 2, 3. We have area of interest right here. I already have one drawn up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a strong area of interest, as you can see. We just keep tapping into this area, and then eventually we shot up to the upside. Now, support and resistance is the foundation of my trading strategy. It's not difficult or intimidating. It is what allows my students to make hundreds of dollars every single week, even as a beginner. But support and resistance is just one part to complete the plan. You need to combine this with a full strategy and a mind over market system to know how to enter and manage your trades. And I have more in-depth videos on my YouTube channel that you can check out. But if you want to expedite that and want to learn more about my full strategy and trade with me live for free, click the link in the description below. And like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.